Hey guys, Pai here. Welcome back to the channels. In these past few years since I bought my Tesla Model Y and Model 3, I have tested so many rear entertainment display for both cars, and they've been improving since I tested the first one, but I never actually tested the one that can actually connect to two controllers at the same time. This is the first rear entertainment display that can do that. So in today's video, I'll show you what comes in the box of this new display and step-by-step installation, and see how it looks in my Tesla Model Y, and then we'll test it out and see if it would work so your two kids in the back can play the game together at the same time. Now let's go. Let's see what comes in the box of this new 8.8-inch rear entertainment display for Tesla Model 3 and Model Y from LastFit. And here what came in the box. Let's take a closer look. This is the display itself. This is a little bit bigger than the previous 8.6 display. Also a big difference is the air vent. So the air vents almost the same size, but now you can adjust left, right, and also up and down. I'll compare it later with the previous display, and also a user manual, the booklet, and plastic trim removal tool to help with the installation. Also the wire harness that you will connect to the rear center console OBD port. Also an extra seat control pass-through cable. You might not, I don't think you need this, because supposedly this connection should be able to control the front passenger seat without connecting to a front passenger seat control directly. Also a power cap to cap out the power supplies for the original OEM USB-C ports, because you will get the power directly from here for the USB-C port on the display. Okay, now let's compare the two. So this is the previous 8.6-inch display. Firstly, let me mention something to you. The previous one is a lot heavier. I can't really show you how heavy it is, but it's about almost 40% heavier than this one. This one is a lot lighter. I'm not sure if that will make any difference, but the display, the area of the display itself, the old one seems to be bigger because it has this permanent button on the bottom, which it will light up. So this is not a part of the display, but this one is no longer have that. So the whole thing is the display. Also the air vent on this one can only do left and right. You cannot move, adjust up and down. This one you can adjust left and right, both sides, and then up and down. Oh, one more thing. This one should be able to connect to two game controllers at the same time. This one I tested it and only can connect to one gamepad or game controller. So this one can play, two players can play at the same time on this display. We'll test it later in the video. Right now we saw everything that came in the box. Now let me show you where you can get this new display. You can get this new rear entertainment display for Tesla Model 3 and Model Y from LastFit or LastFit.com. As you can see here, there are different options for different cars. Make sure to select the right one for your car, and make sure to select the right version for the display too. So the T86 is the older version, and the newer version one is T88, the one that I'm showing in the video today. So select the right one, the right display, and select the right version for your car. And if you are interested, you can use my special discount code TC for extra 25% discount. So it's $100 off on this display, which is really awesome deal. Alright, now let's go and install it in my Tesla Model Y. Before we continue, with the video. As winter approaching, it's really important to have your car ready for this winter, especially winter here in Colorado. It's gonna be a lot of snow, and it's really important to have a good floor mat for your car, especially an all-weather floor mat for this winter. This is LastFit. I have been using LastFit for the past almost 3 years on both my Model 3 and Model Y. LastFit offers really good quality and super durable, easy to clean, and the fitment, it's awesome too. Let me show you real quick in my Tesla Model 3. You can see LastFit floor mats were designed to perfectly fit your car. This is my Model 3, and I love how it looks in the car, both Model 3 and Model Y. It's super easy to clean, and it's really durable. I can just take it off and wash, you know, when I get in with the dirty boots and snow on the floor mats, and fits perfect for every single area in the car, including the rear passenger. As you can see, looks really good, and I love the fitment. And LastFit floor mats not only has really good design and well fitment, also really durable. They are really affordable too. LastFit offers for pretty much every car that you can think of, not only Tesla Model 3, Tesla Model Y, any car in the market. So don't forget to check out LastFit floor mats for your car this winter. I'll make sure to put the link in the description down below and special discount code for you too. Thank you so much LastFit for sponsoring this video. Now let's continue with the video. Okay, first step, we have to remove rear passenger air vent first. So there's no screw attached to this. There are clips inside, so basically just grip on this part right here and then pull it just like that, gently. Don't pull it too hard, because there's the cable here and the plug that we have to remove. So this is a power plug and cable that power your two USB-C ports in the back here. Then you just need to remove these plug out. There's a little clip here, just pull it and then remove it. Okay, next step, we have to remove that panel on the bottom right there. You might need a little bit of help with the trim removal tools. I got these from Amazon.com. Came in really handy with different projects, so I'll put the link in the description down below. Now let's remove that panel out. Okay, just use the trim removal tools, plug it in, and again, there's no screws here, just basically clips, and just use another one there. So one is pop open. It's really easy to pop the whole thing out. And next step here, before we unplug the OBD port in the back here, make sure you turn off the car first. So go to the main menu and then safety, scroll all the way down to power off. Now we can safely unplug the OBD port in the back, so just push in the lock here. Now it's already unplugged. Now you put the pass-through wire harness from the display, so it's the white one, goes into the OBD port right here. Now you plug it back in, the one from the car, which is blue, plug into the white one from the display, and that's it. You are done with the connection here. Now we just have to thread the wire from here up all the way to the top. There's a little space so the wires can go up. Let me show you. Here's the little space underneath the air vents right here, so you can get the wire through up here. But if you have difficult time doing it, but I never have issue getting through there, just undo these two screws and you can just pull this one out. So easier to do that way. But this one, now I could just thread the wire up, and now we are ready to connect to the display. Before we connect the display, let's cap the power cable first. So it came with this cap right here, so just put it back in to that plug that we unplugged from the original OEM air vent. The cable is for power supply for those 2 USB-C port in the back. Now we cap the power, so the rest of the USB-C port it's working right now. If you don't cap this, your USB-C port in the middle of the center console won't work. So make sure you cap this first and then just hide it right there. Now we just have to connect the wire from the OBD port and connect to the display. So just one connection right there. Now it should power up, as you can see. Before we install the display back in, let's test out that seat control first. Remember, I did not connect the seat control. This is the wire for the seat control for the front passenger, because they mentioned that this should control directly through the OBD port. So let's try. So move to the front. You see the front seat is moving, so you have full control of the front passenger seat without connecting that wire, which is awesome. Now last but not least, you just have to put the display back in place. So just manage the wire a little bit, make sure it doesn't block the air vent, and then just put it back in place. That's it. So the installation is done. Before we go through the setting and what the display can do, let me show you the overall look of this display in my Tesla Model Y. Alright, the display looks really clean, looks real good in my Tesla Model Y, and I love how you can adjust the air vents now up and down, also left and right on both sides of the rear passenger, which is awesome. And let's go through a basic information functions on the display first. So the first page on the display, of first function, of course, your rear climate control. So basic climate control, you control the fan speed, on off climate control, and you can control the temperature in the back here. But note that when you control the temperature in the back, and the driver is the same temperature, because they're sharing the temperature on both. So when you adjust here, you adjust the front, and when you adjust the front, you adjust the rear. That's just the nature how they route the climate control in the Model 3 and Model Y, so you can't really change that by this device. The next one is the seat. So you can turn on, turn off. Now the rear passenger seat can turn on, turn off, or the heated seat function in the back, and you can change 3 different levels, or you can close it all. So that's really good. So now the rear passenger don't have to tell the front passenger or driver to, hey, can you turn on, turn off my heated seat in the winter. And the next function here for the front passenger seat, as I mentioned before, you don't have to connect directly to the seat control in the front. Now you can just one OBD connection, it will be able to control the seat. So you can control the front passenger seat, move forward or backward, or recline function. So this way the rear passenger that is sitting behind the front passenger can adjust the seat by themselves without telling the front passenger. Or I mean, normally, you know, when you don't have the front passenger, so the rear passenger can just adjust the seat, because the driver will not be able to do that. They have to go all the way and reach it on the side of the seat, so it'll be really difficult. This case, my daughter usually can just adjust her the leg room for her by herself, which is awesome. And the next one is we'll go through the apps and setting later. The next one is the music. So you have a basic control on the main car audio, so you can play, pause, or skipped, and pause, and that's pretty much it. And oh, you can control the volume on the main car. As you can see, I'm adjusting it in the back here using the button here. So when the rear passenger wants to sleep or the music's too loud, then they can adjust it by themselves from the back here. And you can just, again, you want to sleep during the road trip at night, you can just turn off the rear display. Really easy. And let's go through a quick setting. So you have two different settings here. So the main display setting, you have language, time, style, so you can change to black. So it's like a night mode. Let me show you real quick. There you go. So now I can change the night mode. I like the night mode a lot. I think I like a lot better than the day mode. Let's change that. So we keep the night mode. So you can change the brightness manually, temperature unit, and version. This is the Android 13, which is really responsive, as you can see during the demonstration of this display. And you can reboot the system. So these are simple setting for the display. Now you can do the Android setting. So this is a little bit more complicated setting. So you can connect the display to your Wi-Fi, and of course on the road you would have to connect to your mobile hotspot on your phone to the display, so you can get the internet connection for the display when you watch the streaming service or play online gaming. And so this is all the function on the Wi-Fi. You can change to airplane mode. Now it's connected to my home Wi-Fi, so we can demo this quickly. And connected device, the connected devices are for Bluetooth, right? I can pair the display to the car speaker, but the sound will have delay, like a half a second delay on the sound with any device that I have tested. And even the phone connected to your car Bluetooth, it will have a delay too. So, but this display has a built-in speaker, so you have two options: built-in speaker and the headphone. I will show you later how to pair the headphone, sound, vibration, location, password. So these are the detailed setting for your Android system. And the apps is also on this page right here. And you can download any apps you want through Play Store, Google Play Store. So all the streaming services here, if you want to download and use it, and also video games too. So I have downloaded a few. So you can do YouTube TV, YouTube, HBO Max, music. So you can put in your own USB-C device here, so you can get the music from there, or you can have the movie in your drive, and then you can watch the movie from your drive, which is you use these two apps, and Bluetooth for the phone and the file, so you can browse the files from, again, your USB-C device. And this is Apple CarPlay. You can also watch Prime Video, Prime Plus, game. We'll test the game later, and Netflix. So let's test out Netflix real quick. Okay, so let's check out the Netflix. I'm just gonna use Netflix just for this video for a streaming service. I don't want to sign in with all the streaming service I have, but it doesn't have, somehow it doesn't have Disney Plus. Okay, so let's watch #1 movies. It should output the sound from here.
We didn't even hear him.
So this is the built-in speaker of the display, so that's where the sound comes from. And you can also use, of course, the car speaker, but it has the delay. So you go through here, and then go to source, and go to Bluetooth, and connect device. I have connected before, So this is the device name. I just pressed connect, then it should connect to the rear display. So now the sound should come from the car speaker, as you can hear. Okay, so the next option is, let's go home real quick. The next option, we'll go to setting. For sound is connected device, the Bluetooth headphones. But still, this display can only connect to one pair at the time. So let me turn it on and pair it real quick. You have to press pair new device and then turn on your device, and it should show on the screen. Right, so we see the headphone. Just press pair and then pair. It should be connecting right now. Alright, so now it's connected to the headphone. Let me go back to Netflix real quick, and now we're back to Netflix. The sound should come out from here. As you can hear, it's actually coming out from the headphone. Alright, so we now know that it works 3 different ways for the sound output of this display. So built-in speaker, Bluetooth headphone, and the car speaker. Again, the car speaker will have probably like a half-second delay, as I mentioned before, and it's, yeah, you can use this during the road trip, which is really awesome. And you can use all kinds of streaming service that you can download on the the Google Play Store, because this is the Android device. Alright, now let's test out the game, because this is something different from the previous display, or the displays, all the displays that I tested before this one. And here's how you connect game controller to the display. So go to the setting, Android setting, and connected devices, and then pair new device. So hold home and B, and then you just activated the controller. Now we have to find that controller. So it should be this one, gamepad plus V3. So we'll be pairing this one. Alright, so now it is paired. As you can see, it's connected to the display right now. You can pair 2 controller at the same time. And if you are interested in a controller, I got these, also got these from Tesla C, and they have 2 different options here, clear and then like a smoke tinted. These are really cool. I'll put the link of these 2 in the description down below too. Alright, so let's test out the game controller playing game on this display. So as you can see, I have connected 2 controllers at the same time to the rear display. Okay, so this one can control 1 player on this game right here. You can see this red guy, it's controlling by this controller, right? And the blue guys will be controlling by this controller right here. You can see the blue guy is moving. So with this display, you can connect 2 controllers, and 2 kids or 2 people, 2 adults can play at the same time on the display. This is the first one. You can see I'm moving both guys together with 2 controllers. I'm sorry I don't have 2 people here with me to test out at the same time, but as you can see, it's working, which is really cool. This is the only device that connects to Tesla, allow to connect 2 game controller at the same time. My daughter would love this to play. She would love to play with me back here in the back of the car while my wife is driving. This is really cool function indeed. It's a little tricky to find the game, but eventually I found it, like this game. This is called, I think, Bomb Squads. It lets you connect to 2 controllers and play at the same time. They have multiple different games in one. As you can see in the video, this is the only display that allows you to have 2 controllers playing and connected to the display at the same time. And also, of course, watch Netflix. Simple control for the rear passenger. Let me know in the comment down below what you think about this display. I have been looking for a display that can connect to two controllers at the same time for a while, and finally found it. I'll make sure to put the link of this new 8.8-inch display from Tesla in the description down below, and special discount code for you too. Thank you so much guys for watching today's video. Make sure to click like if you like the video. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome contents like this. See you on the next video. Peace.